Welcome to Broad Street Realty, the small conference room for Crew's picks. Listen, we're in trouble, okay? We did well last year. Jacob was in the 58th percentile, I believe, maybe 59. I was 53, 54. Owen was 53 or 54. We were all clearly above 50%. This year, we stink. Owen is almost at 50%. He's 26 and 27. Jacob is almost there, 26 and 28. And I'm just awful. Okay. This year we need to refocus. We need to get better, guys, because otherwise we're not going to be well respected in the whole prognostication business. Despite the fact, Jacob, that you can have all this stuff in your head, like clinical stuff, we're not doing well. We got to put this knowledge to use. Okay. Now,
last week we were
bad. It's an example of bad. We were horrific. We picked the same things and we just did poorly. Owen won the week at 2 and 4. Not good. Owen, come on up here, man.
And the last 2 weeks have been 5. It's been really bad. The last 2 weeks have been 5 and 13.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And it's been really and by the way, when we picked all the same marquee picks for all the marquee games last year, we just happened to be 0 and 3 for everything.
Well, that should tell us that we should not do that anymore. All right.
Also, I'm leading in the mid-season records, even though I've only won 2 weeks outright. And one of them was this past week where we were all terrible.
Okay. All right. So.
Well, you're the only one that hasn't got 1 and 5 yet.
Yeah. So. Marquee games this week. There's a lot of good games in the schedule this week, in my opinion. I picked 3 solid games to be on the marquee games. The Krukofs and my brother, this is Owen's father, we're going to the Redskins-Vikings game this weekend. Got good tickets. Looking forward to the game. I'm going to print those tickets off, guys. Anyway, Vikings, 2.5-point underdogs at the Redskins. Vikings are not playing well these days. Cowboys are playing great, but they're still underdogs, surprisingly, I think, at the Steelers. Seahawks, big-time favorite. They're getting better and better. The big-time underdog, but they're getting better and better. But they're playing the best team in the league, plus 7.5. Let's start out, guys, with these games. Jacob, you want to start with one?
All right, let's go to the Vikings-Redskins. We're going to it.
Yeah.
So, the Vikings, they've been downhill, but they actually should have won last week if they were actually leading with 23 seconds left, trailing by 3. The Lions, Stafford, who's apparently been the clutch king this year.
How long was that field goal?
58 yards.
Wow. Okay, so what do we got going on?
Well, I can see the Redskins winning this game. Now, first of all, let me just tell you something. The Vikings have beat the Redskins the last 4 to 5 times. However, the Vikings have only outscored them 139 to 130. The games have been relatively competitive against these two teams offensively. However, I think it's going to switch because the Vikings offense stinks and the Redskins don't have Trent Williams, so they're not going to score that many points.
Okay, good reasoning. What do you think?
It's really hard to tell, but I am going to pick a Redskins win, but I do not think they're going to win by 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think Redskins will win on a last-second field goal.
Okay.
17-16.
Well, I hope they win, but the Vikings are going to cover.
Yeah.
I'll jump in. I think the Redskins are going to score more points than you think. I think that Kirk Cousins is playing well. I think that they're going to schemed up some good patterns this week, and I think the Vikings are overrated. I think the Redskins are going to win 24 to 17, but I'm just going to say they cover. Redskins cover. Owen.
All right, so I was surprised to see the Redskins as favorites in this game. I know they're coming off a bye, which maybe helps them a bit, and the Vikings have been a little low lately, but they have a really great defense, the Vikings. That's why they're still winning records despite their offense being pretty bad. And Trent Williams is out. Deshaun Jackson looks like he's probably out for the Redskins.
Really?
Deshaun Jackson?
That
How?
Yep, just reported today.
Oh no.
So I say the Vikings take it 23-20.
It's not that pick.
Disappointed to hear that, Owen. Gosh. I'm going to rewrite this. It was misspelled. All right, Jacob, why don't you talk about the next game?
Cowboys at Steelers. Another surprising game here that the Steelers are favored. I guess everyone has that much faith in Big Ben, really. That much faith. He's just coming off your injury with torn meniscus.
I haven't had a meniscus injury for 2 years, or 3 years. So go on.
All right, believe it or not, though, so Cowboys and Steelers, perhaps the biggest inter-conference rivalry to date in the
Yeah.
NFL, because they've
Yeah.
appeared in 3 Super Bowl, because it's been 3 Super Bowl matchups.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I think the Cowboys are good,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they're overrated for being 7-1.
Yeah.
And I actually think at Steelers, I think the Steelers could come through here. I know it seems like the Cowboys are mad that they're favored, but I'm gonna take the Steelers,
Okay.
20-17, as a
Steelers. So the Steelers cover.
yeah.
Okay. I'll start, or I'll continue. I think the Cowboys are pretty good, and Steelers are pretty good too. I think Big Ben will be better. I'm going to take the Steelers, but I'm going to take the Cowboys covering, 21-20, I'm going to think. So I'm going to take the Cowboys covering. Close game.
Alright, I still think the Cowboys are better than the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers should be favored. I mean, at home, with Roethlisberger back, they can make it a competitive game, but I still think the Cowboys win 27-23.
Take the Cowboys. Okay.
Before
27-23.
I'm sorry, 27.
Before I continue on, it's been a week of upsets.
Yeah.
We saw the election. Pretty soon we'll be moving to Canada for a show.
NFL International Series.
Yeah.
For Canada.
Yeah, but the thing is that the Canadian football is a longer field.
Well, yeah, but not only that, well,
And they
after
have
all,
1 point.
Trump is a candidate, so he should be in Canada.
I don't get that. The Trump candidate?
Not really.
All right, listen.
The reason why I'm pointing that out is because this week I happen to have a lot of upset picks.
Okay.
I have some upset picks.
I was going to start
Like that one.
I was going to start with the Seahawks game, okay? Road dog. I'm taking the road dog Seahawks. I think the Patriots win, but somehow the Seahawks will make it competitive. They're going to stay within 7. Road dog. I'm picking the road dog. Jacob or Owen, who's next?
I'll go. I still think the Patriots win this game. I think that spread is ridiculous. I think the Seahawks are a very good team, and it'll be 28-24 Patriots. Seahawks cover.
Okay. Seahawks. Go ahead, Jacob. What do you
That
got?
means the
Patriots and then the Seahawks cover.
Oh, put it Pats.
Right.
Brady coming off Patriots, coming off a bye,
Yeah, it's good. They're good.
and Seattle's traveling cross country.
Good
Seattle
points.
even struggled playing the Bills last week.
Mm-hmm. These are all good points. What do you got?
But Patriots Seahawks, hyped up matchup for sure. Definitely hyped up, but I think it will still be competitive, but I think the Patriots will barely cover. I think Patriots will win 28-20.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like it. Like the picks. All right, let's go to Owen's picks here. These are games where we picked our own picks, not necessarily the same ones as each other. Owen, your first thing is the Packers at the Titans. Tell us about it.
So the Packers were only favored by 2.5 in Tennessee, and I thought that was just crazy, and they can definitely win by more than that. So I'll pick the Packers 24-10.
I disagree.
God, hold on. 24-10, Pack.
I disagree, by the way, but I think they'll win the game close.
Okay. And Jacob, you want to pick a marquee game?
So Thursday night football,
Yep.
it's been poor. Teams have relatively been bad.
Yep.
The epitome of Thursday night football is tonight because we see the lowly Browns on television.
Okay.
Now, the 7.5 point spread seems like a bit much for these two teams, but it's in Baltimore. And if Ravens and Browns is close, although the Ravens did win last week, but remember, I still think that the Ravens are sloppy, relatively. And I am feared about the Browns covering because how bad the Thursday night football games have been.
Yeah.
They've been averaging more than a possession.
Okay.
However,
You're doing. Oh, okay, go on.
However, the Browns somehow are going to get a win somehow, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but the Browns are going to be mad at the Ravens. So I am picking a stunner tonight, 23-22 Cleveland.
Love it.
Wow.
Love it. The Browns break through. All right.
I would love to see
Browns
that.
will get their one win of the season tonight on national TV.
This game, my first pick is
They're
Broncos.
one and only.
Broncos at Saints. Somehow the Broncos
That's a
are
great game.
the
Underdogs.
underdogs.
Surprising.
I'm picking the road dog all the way. Broncos. I think they'll win outright. Okay. All right, Jacob, you want to do another one? You want to talk about your over/under you got?
Yes, as Owen pointed out, the Chiefs are underdogs, which is surprising. Carolina is getting better, but I don't know how they're going to do against the Chiefs. But I think it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be an over. I like the Chiefs 28-27.
I like that pick.
Let's see, that's an over. All right, you're picking an over/under. Great. I'll do the next one. My next game I'm picking is the Bengals at the Giants. I'm NFC East centric. I grew up in NFC East country, went to college in NFC East country, and the Bengals are visiting or playing every single NFC East team. The Bengals and the Redskins tied, which is so annoying. The Giants had a good week last week versus the Eagles, correct?
Yeah, they also had a lucky one too.
Yeah.
The Eagles' mistakes.
But this is a push that's even.
It's even. Well, you believe it or not, I actually think the Bengals are a bit underrated for 3-4-1. Also, they're coming off a bye.
Thank you for that information. I still think that New York's a tough place to play. I'm going to take the Giants in the squeak. I'll say by 3 points.
Wait, is New York a tough place to play for the Giants if you play the Giants or the Jets?
I'm talking about the Giants.
Well, the problem is that I'm playing New York, so...
Yeah, they're playing in New Jersey. Nonetheless, the Meadowlands, I think the Giants' record in the Meadowlands is pretty damn strong. I'm taking the Giants versus the push or the pick'em game. Oh, and what you got next?
All right, I got the Chiefs-Carolina game as well. This time I'm picking the spread, not the over/under, like Jacob. And I was just really surprised when I saw the Chiefs were underdogs. I mean, Carolina sort of had a little bit of a rebound, but they're still not convincing at all. And the Chiefs are looking really, really good. So I would take them 27-17.
KC and the Sunshine Band. All right, Jacob, why don't you do your last one?
Bears at Bucks. So, first of all, I would like to say, speaking of monetary modes, congratulations to the Chicago Cubs in winning the World Series. First one in 108 years, and first time since the Ottoman Empire dissolved.
Okay, great.
The Chicago, Clinton won Illinois, and
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of Chicago's upset. We have two teams here. 0-4 on the road, 0-4 at home.
It's
Wow.
going to be a tie.
Go ahead. What do you think?
It's a little bit surprising the Bears are favored, but you know what? The Bears are better than the record says. I think Jay Cutler is looking kind of better.
Okay.
And they beat the Vikings. They're coming off a bye. For the Cubs fans, and the fact that I know that they're probably going through a tough time since Clinton won their state, and they're probably disappointed about Obama, that he's leaving the office.
Yeah, go on.
Anyway, I would want the Bears to win for the respect of Chicago.
Okay.
But anyway, I am going to take the Bears, 24-21.
24-21 Bears. I think that's a good pick. All right, I'll do a pick now. Atlanta, -2 at the
That's
Eagles.
a good game.
I told you I'm NFC East centric, but Falcons are looking good. The Eagles had a tough loss last week.
It's very tough to pick this game. This game going away.
I don't know if the Eagles are really for real. I think that they might be.
They haven't been the same since their bye.
I think that they might be going downhill a little bit.
Well, they
I'm going to take the Falcons by 3 points, so they cover the spread. Atlanta wins by 3.
Probably 30-27 or something.
That's a good score. All right, Owen, you're last up, man.
All right.
Talk to us.
Texans at the Jaguars. The Jaguars are surprisingly favored, and I think maybe they are a little underrated, but not enough to beat the Texans. I'll go with 16-10, Houston.
We'll
T
score.
for Texans. All right, guys, that's it. Hopefully, we'll do better this week than last.
Picks
And
looking different.
you know what? We should have probably picked. I wasn't around last week, but had I been around last week, we should have picked the election better, but we didn't. Which is a good thing because we all would have screwed up. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching.
Thanks a lot. We'll be all going to Canada.
I'm not.